The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night.
So this is just gonna be a one-off video of just me like schizo rambling on about something. Basically, I was just kind of doom scrolling and I was literally just thinking, what happened to all the trends back in like 2016 till like 2010 or 9? Can't really decide. And when I mean trends, I mean like the ones that everybody got involved in. So that's like the Harlem Shake, Gangnam Style, the Mannequin Challenge, the Bottle Flip Challenge, the Plank Challenge. Literally just those types of, I was gonna say trends, but more like phenomenons. They like unironically like united humanity in just doing something like stupid, funny, or just kind of weird. I mean, just look at the Harlem Shake for Christ's sake. I mean, that thing has like what, 69 million views on YouTube, and it was started by Filthy Frank of all people, which I still cannot believe. I know his name is Joji, but like I only really know him as Filthy Frank. Like I used to watch him as a kid. You just get videos like of people doing the Harlem Shake in just really stupid positions. I mean, there was this one that I remember very, very like vividly where it's like, it was like these army personnel and they're all like lined up and then just went absolutely bananas when like, you know, the Harlem Shake was, which was crazy. It was crazy at the time, but like, nowadays it's a bit kind of, well, obviously it's old, but it's just kind of like you've seen more impressive stuff nowadays. Let me think. Gangnam Style has like 1 billion or so views. And people were like playing that song, dancing to it back all the way in like 2011 or something. Yeah, hi, future me. I didn't even realize it has 5 billion views, not 1 billion. Jesus Christ. The amount of people that have seen that and like, I do love how the top comment here is, this is the closest we were ever to achieve world peace. Like, but that's what I'm saying about these trends. They like united us for some, like no reason whatsoever. Like, the Bottle Flip Challenge in 2016 was like another case of that, where it was like, well, in my opinion anyway, it was because I think I was in high school or just beginning to get into high school when the Bottle Flip Challenge was like really big. And it was just insane, like how many people were like, or how many kids anywhere were doing it. Obviously, it wasn't as a nuisance like the Devious Lick thing that happened sometime in like 2019 or something. I don't know the specifics of that, but I wouldn't count that as a trend. I think the Bottle Flip Challenge would be as well a bit subjective, whether or not you were a kid at the time or whether or not you were like kind of the age when you were seeing like the Gangnam Style and Harlem Shake take off. Another subjective one as well, I'd say, is the Mannequin Challenge. Like the Bottle Flip Challenge, it was also in 2016. It's whether or not you were like in kind of college or school, maybe, because that's me was like a little bit better to do because it was like in school and stuff. It wasn't like the Harlem Shake where you just go like bonkers, basically. You just kind of like froze. And I do remember actually doing it in high school, but then you also got just like super viral ones with like the Ice Bucket Challenge being like absolutely massive, and that was for like a charitable cause, so like that was pretty good. But then you got like dangerous ones, so you got the Plank Challenge, which I'm not laughing at people's death, I'm not laughing, but I'm like, if you go on the pictures of the Plank Challenge and you just see like all the images, they're just so stupid. Like I said, I'm not laughing because people died. It's very unfortunate that people died, and I think that's kind of like, you know, I wouldn't say the starting point in why trends died, but I think it could be like a factor. But I guess now we can just kind of like move on to the main subject of the video 4 minutes in. And that's just, why don't we have viral trends anymore like these? And I'm going to be very honest with you, I've got no idea. Well, not exactly. I do have some like internet theories on why it could have died, but you know, it would be pretty cool to hear from you guys. Well, whoever clicks on the title, really. Basically, my 3 main theories are platform-driven content, attention span, and oversaturated content. So the first one, platform-driven content, that's like, I just made a quick kind of note of it while I was thinking of this video. But YouTube has changed so much in like basically a very short amount of time that like the fact that a 30-second or 35-second video of some dudes dancing in a room probably wouldn't have been pushed out if it were to have been uploaded today. Because it was uploaded very far into the past, like it was basically pushed out. I think if I remember right, before certain changes, it was based on views, I think, that like your video got pushed out. I might be wrong, please correct. The next one, attention span. It doesn't really mean like how people watch like TikToks, because like, let's be real, everyone's attention span's been like basically screwed over with TikTok. People like don't really tend to like stick around for longer content, and that's kind of like apparent for like everything really. I think it's just more of the explosion of short-term content being like, what, 30 seconds long, which it would apply for Harlem Shake, but like what I was probably getting at when I made that note was like the fact that people or like trends themselves literally last for like a month and then just die. Where it was like, if I remember right, Gangnam Style and Harlem Shake were like a decent trend for like a good 6 months, if I remember correctly. Like I said, correct me if I'm wrong. I might be very wrong. You know we're cooked when there's like a calendar every year. I see it on Instagram. It's like, it shows a grid and then it shows like each meme from like a month. And like, I reckon it's gonna get so bad where it's gonna be like a meme a week. And I reckon like that won't be too far from the future. I reckon like a good 5 or 7 years later, we will have like 1 week memes instead of like a month meme. And the last one, oversaturated content, is basically just like the fact that we just have so much content online. It just feels harder to have like a moment. All the little leeches in their AI videos are like posting very consistently, so trends don't last as long or like maybe have that collective energy that they used to. That's what I think anyway. I did also forget to mention my kind of secret fourth theory, whoever made it this far, is that like the internet back then, like I'd say 2010 to like 2016, 2017, was like pretty like connected. I'd say, in my opinion anyway, and I don't have good opinions, but I would say between that time from 2010 to like basically 2017, that was like the golden age of the internet. Of course, in my opinion, you guys might think like, you know, other times, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Everyone just kind of like, well, everyone was either a kid or like had stuff to do. So, and like, I don't think there was that much content as well online. So like the fact that all these kind of took off the way that they did, most likely this was like, you know, the main contributor. The fact that we all had lives and now we're all just stuck, like just melting away and rotting away. But yeah, no, that's just kind of my quick, short little like psycho rambling on. Like I said, if you have any suggestions or just kind of like your own reasons to why we don't have like trends like these anymore, please just like, you know, drop them in the comments. But yeah, no, thank you and see you later.